Hey there everyone, Redneck Brian here. Quick update on what I've been doing the last couple days since Saturday. It's Monday now. So I pulled the Red Rocket out, getting some work done on that. If you may or may not have noticed, it's got a new hood. New hood and fenders. The grill is the stock grill, which I do like. I like the look of it. I do have the cover for the nose. I'm just not putting it on there till I'm done with this tractor. So, if you're wondering where this hood came from, it came from this POS Mastercraft, or Yard Machines, that's what it is, but the hood's now badged as Mastercraft. I don't care about this tractor, that's why I put this hood on here. I just want to sell it and make some money off of it, and yeah, I only have $100 into it, so as long as I get more than $100 for it, I'm happy. Don't know yet if the bagger is going with it. I don't know, so the previous owner may still want it, but if anyone knows if you can put a Mastercraft MTD bagger on a Craftsman, which I very much doubt you can, but imagine if you were to bolt it to a trailer hitch mount, it might work. Hard to say. Other than that, sorry if my last video was the zoom was on. I just realized that now, and I realized it when I was editing the video. So anyways, I got the carburetor done on the old Red Rocket here. As you know, I was having nothing but carburetor problems. I did try rebuilding this carburetor. I rebuilt it a few times, the old one, it's in the shop, and it still would not run right. So I resorted to going on eBay and buying a brand new carburetor. It's a brand new stock, old stock Briggs Intech carburetor. It goes all the way up to 26 horse. It covers 19 to 26 horsepower engines. So yeah, it's pretty good now. The carburetor came fully complete with the little electric solenoid. I know a lot of people, they cut them off there, but I feel a little bit safer running them, because if it's just sitting there and you have a problem with your fuel pump and you start filling it up, the electric solenoid will stop it. I know a lot of the people who do the Fearless front wiring harnesses, they just cut off the little solenoid, but it's not that hard to wire them up. Like, you just gotta wire it to a key-on power source. Like, you can hear it click. Clicks on perfectly fine, and it works. I don't mind doing them. And so this thing's done. I'm getting the new pulley welded up for the back. I would drive it, but it won't drive, which sucks. I did drain the oil. Got to the point that it had almost no oil pressure, because there's so much gas in the crankcase. I should have did a picture of it whenever I drained it, but I didn't get around to doing it. I just forgot to grab my camera. So anyways, the Red Rocket's alive. Before, it was a real hard to start. It would not start. It just would not really do anything. On to the LT 4000. As you can see, it's grown by about 4.5–5 feet. This is most likely the finished length of the frame. It's not welded. As you can see, it got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 pairs of vice grips holding it together right now. But I'm going to weld it hopefully tomorrow afternoon. I gotta work tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Thursday during the day, and then Thursday night. I'm going away on the weekend, so I'm hoping I can weld this up tomorrow. It won't take much to weld it. At least just tack weld it and maybe get out the generator and burn it right in. But just so I don't have to leave my vice grips on there over the weekend. We have been getting some quite miserable weather. We've actually had snow, a little bit of snow, nothing that's sticking, but it's just falling from the sky, basically. But anyways, with this here, that's what it's at for now. The motor, Does have spark. It seems to have really good compression. I haven't done a compression test on it. I need to get a new tester. The one end is stripped out, the brass on it, but it seems to have good compression. It has spark. It just will not start, and I don't know why it won't start. I don't know. This is the first time I've worked on one of these engines. What I did is I've had the cover off. I cleaned up the magnet on the flywheel. I broke one of the bolts right there, which isn't a huge deal. But I haven't cleaned out the fuel tank. I have not touched the carburetor. But most likely the engine that's currently on the Roper will be going in this anyways. But I'd like to get this engine running so I can sell it. This engine's probably worth what I paid for the tractor, or probably worth more than what I paid for the tractor. So the guy that I bought this off of, he bought the tractor originally for the deck, and apparently it had a really good 42 I believe. Yeah, 42-inch deck on it. It had near perfect one, so he bought it for the deck, and that's all he wanted, and then he sold the rest of it to me. So it is missing the front nose, but for a semi-off-road, semi-work tractor, I don't think I necessarily need that nose. I might get some mesh and do the mesh look across the front. I know a lot of people have done that, so I might do something like that. But other than that, I'm done for the day pretty much. Also, I've decided I'm going to be running 18s on this. I currently have the back tires on here right now. They are 22s, they're 20s, but I'm going to be running 18s. So I have a full set of 4 good 18s for the backs. The 2 that were on the tractor, and then there's 2 more behind my shop that are really good as well. So I could technically put the Roper back together and be able to drive around the Roper again, but all it really take would be some work to put this back together. I could put that 3-speed in there, and I could sell it as a little work tractor, really. We'll see. I may or may not. The steering, like I said in the previous video, that's what it does. But other than that, it's not a horrible tractor. Like, it could be a little work tractor, but there's a bunch of parts on here that I need, like the brake parts, which I'm debating on. I was watching Fearless Front's video last night, and he showed how he does his cable setup for the brakes. That's actually not a bad idea. I may end up doing the cable setup for my brakes. I don't know 100% how I'm going to do it yet. So basically, my clutch will be separate from my brakes. Basically, you can use the clutch to shift gears, but then your brakes will be completely separate. I'm thinking about doing is running a cable down the side, and we'll loop into both the rear ends, and we'll come up to a bicycle handle, possibly on the shifter. I've also decided I am keeping the fender shift. I think if I adjust it properly and hook everything up properly, I should be able to shift both rear ends with one shifter, with the fender shift. I'm thinking that's my idea. I don't know if it's going to work yet, but it's going to be an experiment. So I'm happy I got the fender shift. Also, one last thing, I'm going to be using the Roper's fender. I'll just cut the hole in it for the shifter, and I got the old fender still, obviously, for the Craftsman. I'll just use it as the mock-up, and I'll just transfer off the hole that needs for the shifter, and I will just use the Ropers. But other than that, quick hello to Miss Emily Loves Her Dogs, right there, with a basketball sitting on her head. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Just a quick update of what I've been up to. I was going to do a video yesterday, but just never got around to it. So I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.